Guys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make millions so you can get a team like mine or even better. If you're new around here, all you've got to do to say thank you is subscribe down below, and of course drop a like if you do enjoy the video. And as usual, we've got giveaways going on, so make sure to subscribe and send proof over on Instagram. But let's get into it. If you guys are still stuck with a team like this, and everyone you play in champs has a team like this, then you need to head over to Sky Coach in the link below. Not only have they got the cheapest and most reliable service for FIFA coins, you can pick any amount of coins, select your console, and put in code PRORECALL for 10% off. So first of all, we're going to go to my favorite place to make coins. Now, there's been a few SBCs that have been cycled out of content, so right now we need to be taking advantage of what is left. We've got marquee matchups here, lovely, 5 SBCs, all guaranteed profits. We've got Jumbo Premium here, we've got a Prime Mix, we've got a Small Rare, and we've got Prime Electrum. Now, all of these are, PSG in the first squad is pretty rare, but if we have a look here, you've also got potential filters on this last one here. So Man City and United players should have risen a little bit, so we will take a look at that, but make sure you're doing these SBCs. They are free. They are easy profit. They essentially, I think the marquee matchups will cost you 15k, guarantees you about 25, and this one costs a couple k, but you should get about 7 or 8 back. Now, all of these icons, of course, have 2 sections at the start of each of them, which is Born Legend and Rising Star. These 2 here, they are essentially, once again, really easy corn farmers. So 5k to 6k, 7k maybe between the 2 of those is what you're going to get back. If you can get an Evo player or something similar, you're absolutely laughing. But let's say you get 5k, a worst case scenario. We've got 10, 12, 12, yeah, 12, that's how many. So 12 times 5, looking at 60k. So 60k off the bat, marquee matchups, you're making about 15k profit, 75k, then off the other SBC, another 5k. So you've got 80k there as a minimum just from doing some SBCs. Then we come over to the market. Of course, first of all, let's have a look and see if Man City or Man United players have risen at all. So first of all, we go gold, and then we'll go gold rare, see which one works. So gold doesn't really seem to have budged at all. Okay, maybe a little bit there, so we're looking at maybe 900 coins for these guys. It seems about right, yeah, 900 coins. Obviously, mostly the gold commons are going to be coming up for that. EA tax on 900 is 45, so you actually want to be going in at 70 or 750. It means you'll be making 105 coins per card. Now, I know that's not millions, I know that's not a fortune, but it's a good base to start off with. And if you've already got a load of coins, then maybe you want to skip to the next few filters, but this is obviously a brilliant start. Shame we've missed on Alvarez there. Let's have a look at United, see if they've got a filter. Probably not, because they have more mud cards. So in theory with this one, you might want to go gold common, see if that works. But it looks like these guys, yeah. So City, as always, way better than United. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at some of the new cards that are out. Of course, if we have a look at Foot Fantasy, a lot of these have actually mudded in price. Now, a nice filter that we've touched on a couple times this week is just a centre mid. Now, Kalanoglu is guaranteed a upgrade now. I think he's coming in at about 200k. We've also got Medri, I think she's actually probably under 100k now. Okay, she's not. Okay, she's still cooked. So she's around 150. So she's actually held value quite well. I think she's one of the ones where it's quite likely she'll get an upgrade based on just her team doing well. So realistically, we can sell her at about 160. Kalanoglu's at around 220, so there's not miles between them. And I know obviously this is a little bit of a jump in the pricing. Don't worry, we've got other valued filters as well. Now, if we go to 160 sell on, EA tax is 8k, so that's 2k profit. I would say if we go to 148, we're looking at quite a good margin there. So 4k per card as a minimum. If you can get like a 140, you're absolutely laughing. So that is obviously the goal. And as you can see, by my yawning, the goal for me is also to get some sleep, because I am incredibly tired at the minute. But I've been doing a lot of boxing, and I should have a boxing fight coming up soon. So hopefully you guys will get the chance to see that maybe on live or something similar. But before I waste too much time on this filter, we're going to pop over just to have a look at some of the other options. Now, Fantasy Foot Hero, a lot of these are insanely expensive, but we do have some on the lower side. You've got Vola, who I think someone did a pump and dump with supposedly, or something similar. Everyone was kind of moaning about that on Twitter. I didn't really take too much notice. But on the lower end, we've got Vola and we've got Costa here, who actually seems to be, I mean, I bet the card's actually really good, but obviously because he's not considered meta, he just isn't going to be in anyone's team. So we're looking at about 76k. EA tax on that is about 4k. So if we go sell down, God, I am, as you can see, very tired. If we go down to 71, you're looking at a very good price there. I do apologize for all the yawning. I'm not going to cut it out because I want to get this video out on time. So there's pretty much going to be little to no editing. So I apologize to those of you who don't like the yawning, and to those of you who do, why do you like the yawning? How odd. But Nonetheless, I appreciate all of you guys viewing the videos, and of course there is giveaways going on. All you've got to do is subscribe, send proof over on Instagram, and you will be in for a chance of winning. We're looking at about £50 worth of FIFA points per giveaway at the moment. Now, a place that isn't a bad idea to have a look in terms of sniping is base icons. So we're looking at 110k for a lot of these guys. If we have a look realistically, a lot of the Brazilians are fairly priced. So this is actually quite a good one to do. Now, if we go to 191, you've got the likes of Rivaldo popping up there, Socrates. It is mostly just these two guys, but they are the cheapest too, so that does make sense. If we knock it down to around 101k, we've got this one Socrates on the market now. I would like to pick one up for about 95. That would be an ideal price. Now for these guys, you can do a lot with bidding. Bidding on these icons is going to get you a long way, because a lot of them, realistically, I mean, right now, who's going for a Socrates on a bid? Not many people. And then what you want to do, win him on a bid, sell him on a snipe. That is kind of the aim. You could pick one up. I mean, this one goes for 67. Let's just have a look at some of the bidding options that we do have. So let's put the max price to 100k. Yeah, that's about it. Max price 100k. So this one here will bid to 75. We've got any, there's none really near the end, so that does show people are bidding them up a little bit past the marks. We'll go 74.5 on that one. I don't think it's even worth bidding on a Cafu, because you're just not going to win a Cafu. 75 on that Rivaldo as well. So I've dropped a few down, and then what we'll do is go back to the sniping side of things, see if we can get ourselves a mean little snipe. We've obviously bidded on the one that we're obviously sniping off the back of, but that's okay, because we can win him in both ways. We'll win him in one or the other. We are going to make coins off of this icon. So we can do a little 10 count. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, we're going to move on to another type of card. I think base heroes are pretty much out of the options now. Future stars ended fairly early, and they're not too relevant. We've got team of the year. Now, you've got options with this. I mean, on the very bottom end, you've got the likes of Mary Earps, who I think that was pretty much a scam card. We've got Bright there on the bottom as well. So if we go to 1,000,000 coins, I think. And Bright isn't bad as well, so I'm surprised that she's so low. So we've got Oberdorf there. We've got Bright. We want to probably, how do we get this just outfield? I mean, Playstyles Plus. Earps doesn't have a Playstyles Plus, neither does Allison, so that means we can get rid of those guys pretty easily. So we're looking at Oberdorf and Bright. Now, this seems to be the cheapest Bright on the market. How much buy? Is that miles off, or? So 870 is kind of what she sells for. EA tax, you probably want to be getting, so 10%, it's about 40k. So I mean, realistically, that one's not too bad for 840. You realistically, EA tax is going to be about 45k, so you want to go down to, I'd say about, yeah, you're looking more like I'd say you probably want to pick it up at 810. 810 would be an ideal price. Now, obviously, they're going to come few and far between. This one is a good little place to do some compare price off. We know that any cards that come up are probably going to be good snipes, but it might be one that you have to spend a bit of time on. But, you know, if you have to spend some time, you have to spend some time. It's going to have some good profit coming out of it on the back end. So it's definitely not a bad idea. The other thing you can do is snipe a child. Apparently I can just get some sleep. I'm so sorry for all the yawning, guys. I would cut it out, but I simply do not have time. What I was going to say is what you can do is go to the women's Chelsea side and go for strikers, because they have so many like elite sort of cards of their strikers. They've got Kerr, and they've also got on the forward, it wouldn't be that, it's for Chelsea, where is it? And then forward special, what, minimum 800k probably. So if we go here, yeah, James, that's the one. James and Kerr. This card's completely irrelevant, but these two are actually pretty snipeable together, so it's definitely one to be on the lookout for. The other thing you want to do is subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.